No weapon formed against me shall prosper. 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 Oh, that's great. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. 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 Lord, I am asking you for personal forgiveness for the mistakes that I have committed over and over and over and over again. I have demons. We all have demons, but I have demons riding me. My mother told me I had demons riding me in my sleep when I was a child. I have demons riding me in my sleep. And I have a lust demon, dear Heavenly Father. So when I look upon a woman, at times, before I went into prayer, asking for you to take this away from me, I had a heart filled with lust and the desires to do things to women that they may want done to them, but I really don't want to do those things to them because they're not my wife. So I just want one woman. That's it. I don't need 100 versions. What am I going to do with 100 versions? I don't need all that. I need one wife, and that's it. That's all I want. If that. But no weapon formed against me shall prosper. See, that lust demon, I prayed it out of me. I prayed it out of me, and it didn't prosper. It didn't prosper. It did not prosper. It did not prosper, oh God. I love it. I love it. I love praising your holy name. I enjoy the battle. I enjoy this battle, and I know it's gonna get tougher. It's gonna get worse. My father used to say, it'll get worse before it gets better. You know what? I've been through so much, and for me to sit back and to explain what I've been through is really counterproductive to what I'm trying to do. But it seems as though every place I go, there are people that want me to do one thing when I don't want to do those things at all. And then I submit in attempts to fit in with those people, whatever the case may be, whether it be smoking weed or having a drink of alcohol or whatnot. But now that I don't do those things, people think that I'm faking because I changed. And that's the most beautiful thing about life is change. The seasons change, and so do people. This is something that's always going to occur on planet Earth. Change. And what's about to happen in this world is a drastic change. And these people don't even see it coming. But it's wonderful and it's great. And I love it because I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm preparing myself. I have chaste myself with celibacy. Okay? How long it's going to last? Only God knows that. But refraining from sex has allowed me to harness more energy. It's allowed me to harness more energy, and it's allowed me to be able to think past go. Because now when I see a woman, it's not her body that I'm looking at. I want to know what's on the inside. If she doesn't have anything working up here, then it doesn't matter to me. She doesn't matter to me. She's insignificant. She doesn't matter. If she doesn't have any spiritual inclination, then she's insignificant to me because she's insignificant to God. People run around wondering why they're not being blessed and why they don't have the protection that they deserve. It's because they are not applying the word. See, when you don't apply the word, and this could be the pot calling the kettle black one more time, But when you don't apply the word, your prayers are not heard. Okay? So this is me talking to me right now. I'm here by myself. I don't have an audience. I don't have a crowd. I don't need a crowd. This is what you call a soliloquy. I'm having a conversation with myself out loud because I need to hear this. I need to hear this. Yeah. Yeah, I'm in the state of Atlanta, Georgia. You know what? And I assumed a lot about Georgia. You know what I assumed? I assumed that there were going to be celebrities walking to and fro. Of course, I'm not in ATL. I'm not in the club. I'm not a club individual. But I just figured I might see a celebrity here. I assumed this. I assumed this, and I was wrong because I haven't seen one celebrity. I haven't seen one celebrity, and that's great because I don't need to meet a celebrity because I don't want to be a celebrity, and I could care less about what comes along with being a celebrity. Looks like a hard job to me, you know. On top of that, if I was ever put in a position to do something great, I wouldn't be bragging and boasting. I wouldn't be bragging and boasting. Everything that I'm doing right now is for my own personal enjoyment. I'm recording this for my personal enjoyment so I can look back and capture and harness the feeling and emotion that I had at this point in time, you know. So the fact of the matter remains that there's a spiritual battle going on. There's a spiritual battle going on. And who's losing, we already know. But he who endures until the end, he who endures until the end will reap the benefits of paradise. This is my personal belief. This is what I believe. This is what I believe. Do I care if people think I'm crazy or peculiar? I used to, not anymore. I plan to walk for Jesus for the rest of my life, even if I'm walking for the rest of my life. Yeah. Why is that? But as a child of God, a growing man of God, growing spiritually, I recognize that I have a lot of growing to do. I still have an anger. I still have I still have a temper that I need to learn how to control. I still have thoughts that I have yet to learn how to suppress. I still feel as though I should be farther than where I am today is in the eyes of man, and that I should be more successful in the eyes of man. But I'm not, and there's a reason for that. There's a great reason for that. People have said everything under the sun about me. They have they've spoke on my name. You know, I've been spat on. They lied on me. They told the truth on me. You know, after I told the truth on myself. And I'm just looking back, and I feel vindicated. I feel free. I feel free. But the truth be told, I'll probably end up back in prison real soon. You know, but I'm not gonna break any laws. I'm not gonna break any laws. Not any laws that could really land me in prison. You know, I'm not gonna do anything that's gonna land me in prison. This is what I know that I'm not gonna do. It's not worth it. So when I sit here and I think about the state of the world and the way that this system and the direction of things, I feel really let down. I feel let down not by God, but by mankind. The world is a beautiful place, but the people in it are filthy. The people in this world are filthy. While we at it, let's. I'm gonna go ahead and delve into something that I entertain upstairs in my mind. if this world was at one point a paradise, and the whole point is for it to revert back to that, why, why, why are we as humans, why are we as humans so caught up and upset with that fact? Why don't we want to go back to the way that it was? Because the barter system, the way that people have to pay every day to live and purchase things that are actually free, just like the water you drink is free, but they can cut that off at any moment. Who is they? I don't know, but it can be cut off at any moment. There are places in the world that don't have water. There are places in the world that don't have water. Places in the world that don't have water. Places in the world, luckily I'm an American. I was born in America, you know, and I am American. I love America. And but there are places in the world that don't have water, but we have to pay for water. We have to pay for food. For those people that eat meat, did humans create cattle? No. Humans did not create cows, chickens, pigs, any of these animals. So how can you say that we're going to charge for an animal? How can you charge for an animal? You didn't create it. Stop trying to charge people for stuff you didn't create. It's not yours. It's not yours, man. And then what you want to do is you want to taint these products in an attempt to try to maximize your productivity. And then on top of that, you want to sit here and try to tell people that this is the way it should be. And this is a free country. Now, once again, I love America. I love America. There are a lot of things that go on in America that I don't understand, that I don't know. I'm a late bloomer. I'm not very smart. I'm not very smart at all. And I'm telling you this on a personal level. You know, have I made some good grades? Yes. But for the most part, you know, I guess I was, you know, just breezing through that stuff with God's help, you know, getting me out of high school. Because after school, I have realized that I don't know anything. I don't know what's going on around me. And one thing I do understand is that ignorance is bliss. Because before I started understanding that things were free and they're charging us for free things, then I started to, you know, go through some things in my mind that that bothered me. I'm diagnosed with bipolar and schizophrenia. I've been in mental institutions time and time again. I've been on mental, drugs, to try to subdue some of those thoughts and mood swings or whatever that I was having. Did they help? Absolutely. But I'm doing great right now. The thing is, I just don't understand why people as a whole, I'm talking about people that are walking around today, and we all have to work. We all have to rely on each other. We all have to ask one another for a helping hand. Why is it that we are trying to keep each other down? You know, this is supposed to be your neighbor, man. This is supposed to be your neighbor. This is supposed to be your neighbor, and you're sitting here trying to bring this individual down and trying to make this person feel less of a person, feel like they're less of a person because of some things that you're going through. And that's called an inferiority complex. I know that, and I had one of those as well, you know. But now I'm letting all those things go, and I'm placing my yoke on Jesus because his yoke is light. I'm placing my burden on Jesus because his yoke is light. Now I have a real, I'm not going to say this is a premonition, but I have a really, really strong feeling that tomorrow when I wake up, the job that I was promised, not necessarily promised, but I was told that I might get, I'm probably not going to get that job. Why? I don't know. I also recognize that I'm probably going to be back at square one tomorrow. I might not be able to hang out in the same place where I was at because now they've given me a room here and they've been on my face. And that's cool because I shouldn't have been sleeping on somebody else's property in the first place without asking. That's my problem. And I got to deal with that, you know. Death is a beautiful thing. You know, a lot of people say, oh, well, when you die, that's it. You know, we got this big thing called YOLO right now, you know, and it sounds real catchy, you know. I never used the term myself or the acronym myself. It never really appealed to me because I always knew that there was an afterlife. If we're sitting here breathing today, if the sun rises in the east every day, if if April showers bring May flowers, then I know that there's an afterlife. If a God that magnificent can create these things and make them work the way that they work, then there's some place after this. So you better be prepared for where you're gonna go. Where am I gonna go? I don't know. Have I been an angel? No. I've been to prison. I've done things that I'm ashamed of. I've hurt people. I've cursed people. I've stole. I've robbed. I've pillaged. As a child, I was doing these things because this is what I was taught was correct. This is correct behavior. This is how you survive. You know. Will there be a time when some of those characteristics pay off? Who knows? But I know one thing: with the state of man, the state of the heart of mankind right now, there's something big going on right now, man. There's something big going on right now, and I'm having an out of body experience, trying to understand it. And I know that I'll never understand those things, and I'm cool with that. I'm cool with not knowing. I'm cool with not knowing. I don't know. I don't want to know. I don't care if you know. All I want to do is praise Jesus, Jehovah, work a job. That's all I want to do, man. I'm not interested. Do I like music? Absolutely. I love music. I love listening to music, and I'm sorry. That's something that I thought was a gift. Maybe it's a curse. You know, who knows, man? Who knows? I don't know. That's what I'm telling everybody right now that's listening, which is myself. You know, this is a time for me to search myself. This is what I'm doing right now, searching myself. You know, so I can look back on this video and say to myself, this is what you were thinking at this very hour and at this very moment. Yeah, yeah, as if. But yeah,